Hi, everybody. Welcome into Missing PNW. This is Samantha. Thank you guys so much for joining us during this live stream. I won't be able to check comments or anything, so um, yeah, please bear with me. Why is my phone not wanting to stay on? Let me see something, you guys. Hold on. Is this actually going to stay on the whole time? Why is it doing that? I can't even see comments. Hold on. Hey, Sally. Thank you for coming in, you guys. Angel Girl, I see you. Kelly, Rizzo. Hey, everybody. So, my camera wants to keep fading in and out. I don't like that. That's Desiree Young there. She's preparing to get ready and stuff. But like I was saying, I am not going to be really checking comment sections or anything. I won't be able to. I just want to be able to sit this down and just watch and see what's going on and stream for the Love of Kyron to bring awareness for Kyron and for Desiree, Kane, and the family. I've already had my interview with K2 News, and that will be airing on Wednesday. But yeah, I was super nervous before. Lots of people were sitting around here. This is my husband, Tracy. Tables and stuff over there. Had a lot of goodies, t-shirts, pins for Kyron, flyers, guest book to sign in. Desiree's son is here, Quinn. Desiree's husband is here. Stacy Green from Kyron Horman World Soldiers is here. Yeah, lots of other people that are here. I saw Doug Bishop. He's here. So that's awesome. Can you guys let me know? How does everything sound? Hey, Triggered. Nice to see you. Picture is great. Thank you, Sally Mae, so much. How can you guys hear me good? Hopefully, you guys are going to be able to hear Desiree. I have seen her do a couple of interviews. As everybody knows, this is a very difficult time for Desiree Young right now. Um, I'm just kind of emotional, honestly. Um, there is back here. What happened?
Is this thing hitting the open?
That's what I think. Hold on, you guys. Bear with me a second. This thing is hitting the power button and messing up.
Slide it.
There. But now I have lost. Hold on, you guys. We will figure this out together.
Oh,
Yeah, I know. Why did it do that? Well, that's not going to work. Well, we're going to have to.
I can move that since up and down.
Yeah, Let's do that. Hold on one second, guys. We're having an issue. I had the phone clinched into my pod here, my stand, and it was holding on to the power button and turning off and on. Got about 5 minutes before the actual event starts. I just want to thank everybody for coming in. Beverly, Sarah Suspicious, thank you guys so much. Kind of sucks that I lost that full view though, you guys. Sorry. Let me see if I can mess around with it. I don't want to mess with it too much. Nope, don't want to do that. Um, hmm. Kyron Horman, missing since June 4th, 2010. Two people have been the focus of law enforcement for 15 years, and that is Terry Horman and her friend Dee Dee Spicer. Thank you guys all for coming in and supporting Kyron, Desiree Kane, and the family. Like I said, this is like a really emotional time right now for the family. There are lots of people here, though. Got about 3 minutes before everything starts. There is a little screen back here where she's going to be showing some videos. I chose this spot though because this right here is her stand, and I wanted people to be able to hear her talk when she speaks. So this guy over here, this handsome guy way down there in the gray shirt, and oh, I believe that's Quinn down there. We've got news crews over there along the back of the fence there. There's Kyron bracelets, pins, t-shirts. I was going to donate some money for a t-shirt, but was told to just take one. We got our candles. They're doing a candle list for when the sun goes down. Can you hold this up? Oh my gosh. This is my new Kyron t-shirt. And then I got a new bumper sticker for my car. This one has Terry Horman's face on it. And then I got another bumper sticker that has Dee Dee Spicer on it. This is the last known picture taken of Kyron Horman by Terry Horman at the Science Fair on June 4th, 2010. Hello, Zane. Good to see you. Ashley, Rizzo, thank you for coming in. Me is here. Hello. Like I said, when all of this starts, I'm not going to talk anymore. I just want to be able to put this down and you guys watch and see the vigil. And
Yeah.
Honey, would you take some pictures, please? Take pictures like right there. You see what's behind me? We've got news crews behind me. Such an emotional time for the family. 15 years is too long, and Kyron deserves justice. So does his family. We got a full parking lot. We've got cars parking along Skyline Boulevard out front. I'm so happy so many people showed up. There's Stacy Green standing over there in her white t-shirt. She's video recording and going live on her Facebook group, Kyron Horman World Soldiers. She's been advocating for Kyron Horman for 15 years. She works closely with Desiree when they go and rally in front of Terry Horman's house and Dee Dee Spicer's house. I got myself a pin. I got myself a bracelet, a sticker to put in my car. Eve Hickman, good to see you. Latonia, thank you for coming in. Jets, thank you guys so much. All of this for Aaron. Linda, thank you for coming in. When my phone turned off, the whole having the full screen messed up, and there's no way to change it while I'm live. Boo, boo, boo. I was just explaining to the news reporter during my interview about how hard it is to advocate for Kyron and bring awareness, because after 15 years, so many people have forgotten about his story. Like now, 38 people in here. Normally, I would be in, the hundreds of people watching for a live, but when something is put up, a thumbnail or the name for a live, not very many people show up for Kyron anymore, and it's really sad. But I'm really glad to see lots of people here today. Maria, thank you for coming in. Positive tea time. Rhonda. Thank you guys so much for coming in. These songs are so emotional. I've got some serious feelings being here right now with Desiree and her family. Hmm. There we go. All the comments I was able to put on stage. So throughout the live, if you guys have anything you would like to say to Kyron, any prayers or blue hearts and frogs for Kyron Horman. It is so heartbreaking, Sarah, to like just be here with the family. I have met Desiree like one other time, but never in this kind of setting. I actually met her at a car wash. So she was like washing cars, taking money and that kind of stuff. But seeing her emotional and crying during all of her news reports and seeing her son talk to a reporter was bringing her into tears and hugging people in tears. It's a very, very emotional thing. I cannot even imagine not knowing where your son is or what happened to him 15 years later. You know, maybe. Would you take me out of here for a second? Let me just walk around with you guys a little bit. I can bring you guys over to the table, show you guys. Thank you. This is a book, Boy Missing, written by Rebecca Morris. The Search for Kyron Horman. Kyron's story.
So that table? Oh yeah.
Bracelets, pins, pocket hugs, flyers. Kyron's little frog from his bedroom. Oh my gosh, my heart's broken right now. Gigantic flyers, bumper stickers with Terry Horman, Dee Dee, Terry. This is Kyron Horman playing soccer right here on the field here at Skyline Elementary School. This was going to be the name of the book Boy Missing before it got changed to Boy Missing. It was going to be for Love You Forever, the search for Kyron Horman. And this is the guest book. Want to make sure I sign in. I already took some stickers. Quinn, Tony, Kyron's stepdad, Desiree. Skyline Elementary School, right behind us. Can we put this back in here? Don't know what happened. They're still here, thank goodness. Sorry, you guys, trying to get this still. Okay, you guys, I'm not touching my phone no more because for whatever reason, it keeps wanting to fade in and out. If I lose you guys, I'm sorry. This event's so special to me that it's not the live that's important to me. It is just being here, supporting the family. So if for some reason I lose everybody, I won't be coming back. There's so many people here. I'm so happy for their family that so many people came. It was really nice to see Doug Bishop here too.
Zero.
When we leave, I want to get one of those big sized um, things for Kyron. There's like big flyers.
Oh, okay.
I want one of the giant ones. I can put it in the wall for that office that I'm making for my live streams. Nice and wide. Just roll down. I'm just looking around, seeing if I know anybody else here. I've been actually looking for Detective Tabor, but I haven't seen him. That's Kyron Horman's detective. Hey, Susie. Good to see you. No, it's not over. It hasn't started yet. It started at 7 o'clock. She wanted to play some music. Desiree put on music. They were some of Kyron's favorite songs. She's been doing some interviews and stuff with reporters and things. So we're just sitting here waiting for everything to start. And mods, please keep an eye in chat for any Terry supporters, please. I'd really appreciate it. Boot out anybody that talks crap about Desiree or Kane, please. Thank you, Heidi. I know you know who they are. Thank you. Desiree's right back over here. Doug Bishop's coming in right now with the TV screen with his United Corpse Search Corpse group. Doug Bishop does searches for missing people all the time, mostly in the water. I am so glad he is working with Desiree. If nothing else, honey, I'll let you, or we'll switch chairs so that I can be over there to show the screen.
Did you want to switch right now?
Sure, we can switch right now. Catfish, he is really good at what he does.
You're not going to be in our way if you don't. Not a big deal. I don't think we can take that.
Well, they're keeping the sun off of the, I think, too. Man, Doug Bishop walked up in here like a boss, didn't he? Him and his crew and his search corps shirts and stuff on and hats. Gave me chills, man. He has found so many missing people. Yes, justice for Kyron. 15 years is way, way too long. We got Brooks Historical Church there in the background. Hope the sound and everything's still going well. Don't forget, you guys, about the all-day live for Kyron on June 4th, 2010, coming up this Wednesday. I'll be live for probably a good 6 hours or more. The interview that I did with K2 News is going to be airing either Tuesday or Wednesday. We'll be able to watch that. And another special 30-minute K2 News um, report on Kyron will also be coming out. Thumbnail was already up for that event also. Hopefully this live stream is going to be able to stay up. All the music that's being played right now, I hope they don't kick me off. Hi, Barbara. Thank you for coming in. I'm glad you were able to find the live. Thank you so much, Sarah. This is all for Kyron. I remember that news broadcast that came out about Kyron in 2010. It was absolutely heartbreaking. The largest criminal case in Oregon's history, and Kyron is the largest missing person search in Oregon's history. Still to this day. Can they strike a channel, Sarah, for having music like this playing? Just wondering. Anybody know? I know, Rhonda, it is. It's like it just happened yesterday. I can't believe that it's been 15 years. Okay, Sarah, thank you. Yeah, I was thinking they could stop the live. I know they've done that before on Facebook.
We're getting some stuff worked out with the technical stuff, but if you haven't got a cable, I appreciate you guys.
They're trying to get the internet connected so that they can show the videos and stuff. Oh, and it looks like the internet is working now.
Deciding whether I want to wear my sweater.
Oh, both sides. And just for everybody coming in, I just want you guys to know that as soon as all of this starts and the talking, the videos and everything, I will not be talking anymore. Won't be able to really talk to anybody inside chat.
Are you live streaming this
Yes.
on Facebook? Okay.
No, on YouTube.
YouTube?
Yep,
What's the
YouTube
page?
stream. Missing PNW Crimes Revisited.
PNW?
Yep.
Crimes Revisited?
Yep.
Okay, thanks.
Yep. Everybody's starting to relax a little bit because she got the internet up and running, so shouldn't be long now. Thanks again, everybody, for coming in and supporting Kyron and his family. Kyron Horman deserves justice, and so does his family. It's been too long. Hi, Callie. Wild Wanderer. Thank you for coming in. Okay, it's starting.
Thank you for coming, everybody. I'm sorry about the technical difficulties. Sometimes, we have to pivot. My microphone is not working presently, so I'm just going to speak really loud. This video that I just showed is something that I show at all the trainings that I do throughout the United States when I go to speak to law enforcement about Kyron's case. It is impactful because in the very beginning, those sounds haunted my dreams. I would wake up yelling for Kyron, thinking that I was searching for him. And I always open with that because it seems to get people's attention right away. I'm going to show another video right now that it was made at the 10-year mark, so it's a little outdated. I'm hoping to get a new one for 15. I can't believe we're here for 15, but it helps tell the story in a nutshell. And then we'll tell some Kyron stories. So thank you for your patience.
This video is a video of Kyron Horman at his talent show. Was it a talent show or concert? Girl came to school this morning.
Kyron came to school this morning. He's 7 years old with his stepmom for the science fair. He was wearing this outfit.
The sheriff's department launched a massive search within an hour of learning that Kyron was missing.
The FBI is also on scene.
Kyron, we're gonna bring you home, buddy. Nothing is more important to your family, to your friends, to us. So.
Police are not releasing a lot of details except to say the case is now a criminal investigation.
I was fully expecting them to just slap the cuffs on her and take her away. They're going to do it any second. They're going to take her away. They're going to do it. Here we go. This is going to happen. And it doesn't work that way.
If you have seen Kyron or have any information you think may be beneficial, please call Horman Police.
Kyron was due home off the school bus at 3:45. He did not get off the bus.
And have they found any sign of him at all?
No, not that I've heard of any sign of him at this point.
7-year-old Kyron Horman was last seen after his stepmother, Terry Horman, there's his picture, drove him to school for one of the biggest days of the year, the school science fair.
The second grader at Skyline Elementary had worked hard on his project for the science fair.
This is a picture she took of the second grader with his project, the red-eyed tree frog.
After touring exhibits together, they say goodbye in the school hallway. She leaves for home. Kyron heads toward his classroom.
It's the last time anyone remembers seeing him.
Terry Horman posts photos of Kyron from the science fair on her Facebook page.
Kyron doesn't get off the school bus. His stepmom calls the school and learns the teacher had marked him absent.
This is devastating for the family, as you might guess, and for anybody that knows him. We just want to make sure he gets home safe.
By 9 o'clock, as we watch search teams wade through high grassy fields, Kyron had been missing more than 13 hours.
Police declared the area a major crime scene. By morning, the military and crews on the ground joined the search.
He's not the kind of child that would just go out of school and just go, searching or wandering around. He's just a very timid, sweet boy.
Okay.
Are you guys ready?
All right, let me know. Okay. Good afternoon. My name is Jason Gates. I'm a captain with the Multnomah County Sheriff's Office, and I'm the incident commander.
In addition to the teams in the sky and on the ground, we're told about 50 detectives are also working the case.
The focus, the area around the school.
We're moving forward under the premise that we are looking for a living Kyron Horman.
On this rainy Sunday, police interviewed parents and children at Skyline School.
They're just trying to talk the kids through and just see if they could pick up any grains of information that they can to help. Just to help.
The search turned into a massive community effort. From homemade signs to food donations, those who couldn't search did what they could to help.
Then on Friday, 1 week after Kyron's disappearance, his family speaks publicly for the first time.
Kyron, we miss you, we love you, and we need you home right now.
Search crews made their strongest push yet, with hundreds of volunteers from around the state joining the search for Kyron Horman.
We need a clue. We need that aha.
This is the kind of terrain searchers are having to comb through: tall grasses, dense vegetation, and steep slopes. It makes for a slow and tedious process.
The pressure to turn up something intense. And so far, each day has ended with little to report.
It's always frustrating, when we're not finding anything, especially when we have such high hopes.
Investigators suspended the search and rescue. It's become clear Kyron is not simply lost.
Would he just go on a hike at the end of the year? That doesn't seem like something he would do.
Detectives announced this has become a criminal investigation. And the focus?
Where is she and why is she not speaking? We wanted to speak out as the natural parents for Kyron.
Behind the scenes, we'd later learn suspicions were mounting. His family had come apart.
Terry was on a whole nother playing field than we were. It was 3 against 1, and she was not looking out for Kyron. She was not interested in helping in any way.
Weeks after Kyron disappeared, police
Can
are
one of
handing
my
out a
mods give me a
questionnaire
thumbs
to
up if you
parents and
guys can hear
students at
this?
Skyline School.
Asking people if they'd seen the stepmom or the family's white truck in the area the day the boy disappeared.
Investigators say they've talked with the majority of parents and staffers, but there's still people they want to interview.
Then,
Hello, I'm Tracy Barrett.
And I'm Joe Donlin.
the unexpected.
Kyron Horman investigation takes another turn. Now a reliable source tells News Channel 8 officers were prepared to arrest stepmom Terry Horman for hiring a hitman to kill her husband.
Kane Horman filed for divorce, sought a restraining order against Terry Horman, and accused her of trying to hire a hitman to murder him.
And it was based on a lot of information that was provided, so it wasn't a sudden, reactionary type of decision.
At that same news conference, Kyron's dad revealed another behind-the-scenes bombshell about Terry.
Everyone knows the fact that she's taken her 2 polygraphs. She has not passed those 2 polygraphs.
Terry Horman hired a defense lawyer and moved to their parents' home in Roseburg.
Now, again, Terry Horman has not been named a person of interest or a suspect in this case.
Terry Horman has never spoken to the media, but in court documents calls Kane's allegations vicious and calculated to inflame and poison public opinion against her.
Court papers from the divorce revealed Terry Horman had been sexting with another man after Kyron disappeared.
She's got some guts. I'll give her that. Now's not a good time to be doing stuff like that, but I guess I don't expect anything less.
Edie, are you cooperating with investigators?
By late summer, a grand jury started hearing sworn testimony from Terry Horman's friends. No charges were filed.
Is she bound to testify, or could she say no?
She was the baby. I look at people's actions, and the actions I see don't reinforce the fact that they're completely innocent. And whether it's related to Kyron or not, something's being hidden.
2 years after the boy's disappearance, Kyron's biological mother filed a civil lawsuit against Terry Horman, later dropped.
The time has come for Terry to take responsibility for what she has done and to tell me and my family where Kyron is and how he got there.
Terry Horman tried to change her name and appeared on the witness stand before a judge denied the request.
Kyron Horman is missing. He needs to be found. I love my son. I want him home more than anything.
Terry, what's your reaction to the judge denying the name change?
Hi, Kyle. No, thank you.
Horman, who now lives in California, has maintained her innocence, appearing on national TV and magazines.
She talks about Kyron's disappearance and also what she calls a bogus murder for hire plot to kill her husband.
I don't believe she'll ever be truly honest about what happened. I think even when we find Kyron, she will not reveal what happened that day.
But the search for him is still going strong. Today, another under-the-radar search today for Kyron Horman. Police searched the woods, the water, and multiple properties over the years, but haven't found anything.
The Multnomah County Sheriff's Office said, quote, the investigation is continuing.
They've also released age-progressed photos of what Kyron would look like now as a teenager.
Kyron is a sweet little boy that just wanted to live his life and to go camping and fishing and be a kid. And he got that taken from him.
Okay, Kyle Aboshi joining us now. Kyle, what does law enforcement have to say right now?
Multnomah County Sheriff's Office says, listen, it's as dedicated to this case today as it was 10 years ago. It describes it as really an open, active investigation.
There's also a book that's came out this week. What does that get into?
The book really touches on the circumstantial evidence surrounding the stepmother, Terry Horman, including some interesting claims. The book says that several witnesses say they saw Kyron leave Skyline School with Terry Horman the day he disappeared. We've got a lot more on the book. We spoke with the author at length. Also, Kyron's parents, Kane Horman and Desiree Young, we posted those online at kgw.com. Also, coming up on Thursday, another story asking the parents to reflect on the past 10 years.
All right, Kyle Aboshi, thank you.
I hope that is this week. Hello? I promise we know what we're doing. Okay. I wanted to share some stories tonight and celebrate Kyron. Sometimes we focus on all of the negative things that surround Kyron's disappearance. And I wanted to make sure to honor Kyron tonight and talk about all the things that make him so wonderful and part of our lives every single day. As I was sitting here getting together things, items for the 15-year marker, I pulled out all of our photos, you know, the old school ones, all printed. And I was going through them and I was reflecting on a frequent conversation that Kyron and I would have. Kyron is a very intelligent little boy, and he would always just walk up randomly and sit on my lap and start talking to me about various different topics. But this particular topic, he would often ask me to talk about. It's how we are connected, always. We both have birthmarks that are very similar to each other's. And I would tell him that is how we are always connected, always a part of each other. We have something unique that can never be changed, always there, always connected. He would always smile at me. He enjoyed talking about that story. He would just come up to me and say, "Mama, can you tell me the story about how we are connected?" This is strange and uncomfortable. Now, over the past 15 years, just how this has changed. I often go back to that memory when I am contacted by police or a community member about a boy that could be Kyron, my Kyron. And I always go back to his moles and his birthmarks to assure that person that this is not my Kyron. This is not the little boy that is connected to me, a part of me forever and always. As I was going through that same bin of photos, I found what was a high school project of my son Quinn's. And I started reading it.
The Bluetooth is connected.
Thank you. Thanks, Siri. As I was reading through that, it appeared to be a fictional story that he wrote as a teenager. It struck my heart. Quinn wrote about a visit he got from a little boy with blazing bright blue eyes who was 7 years old. It was describing it as no more than a daydream, a conversation that he had had with this little boy. The boy asked Quinn, "What is courage?" Although I know what Quinn's response was, I was thinking about what my response would be. Courage is looking at the face of evil and fighting against it. Courage is getting up every single day when your son is missing, even when you are sad. Courage is getting up in front of strangers to share your scary story about the day your son went missing and the impact that that has had on you, even when you are shaking inside. Courage is not giving up on life, even when it feels like it would be the easy thing to do. And Kyron, courage is coming to your mama or your brother in a dream to give them the courage and the strength to keep going, even when it feels scary to do so. We love you and we miss you every single day.
Good evening. Thank you for sharing your Sunday with us on this pretty momentous day. It's been half my life since my little brother went missing, which is crazy to think about now. But I'd like to share with you a little bit more of an upbeat story about Kyron. We see these pictures and these videos that we had, and I don't think they always depict what a great way that he was so effortlessly a goofball in every meaning of the word. And he also had just absolutely strange food habits. And I remember this one time, Mom gathered us for dinner, and she had made broccoli and chicken, and we were sitting at the table, nice family meal, talking about our day. And he asked her for the mayonnaise. I gave him a really weird look, but she was never one to question our interests in food, me going on to having been a chef for a few years. And so she said, sure. Didn't ask why, didn't ask what for. And he proceeded to put the mayonnaise on his plate, probably a mountain of it, and looked me in the eyes in pure disgust on my face as he put a whole spoonful of it into his mouth by itself. No broccoli, no chicken, just mayonnaise. And I cried out, exclaimed at the top of my lungs, what is wrong with you? And he cracked up. He thought that was the funniest reaction he could ever get out of anybody. And he took another giant spoonful and put it into his mouth again. And that was probably one of the worst times, but not the first time. Not too long after that, we were at a Sherry's, and we had ordered pancakes. And pancakes come to the table, and if you've, rest in peace Sherry's, but if you've ever been to a Sherry's, they serve in a little cup an ice cream scoop of butter. Well, it's an ice cream scoop of butter. Who would think that it would be butter? It looks like ice cream, right? Well, that's what Kyron thought, at least. And he cries out, ice cream, yay! And before any of us could reach across the table and stop him, he threw the whole thing into his mouth and was immediately shocked to find out that it was not, in fact, ice cream. It was butter, unsalted butter. whole mouthful of it. But he put on a brave face and somehow finished the whole thing after about maybe 10 minutes of suffering. And, you know, these memories, I have a lot of memories of him. Wonderful ones, sometimes not so great ones, but they are a fantastic way to share with you guys the connection that we have. And I urge you to use memories like this with your family, with your friends. It's such a fantastic way to stay connected with your loved ones, to remember them, even if they're sitting right next to you. So thank you for letting me share these stories with you, and do the same with your own life.
That reminded me of another story that's super awesome and funny. As you can imagine, we drove in the car quite a bit, driving to and from Medford and Portland. And one of the trips we were driving, and I used to have this chapstick that was Starburst. It smelled really good. It smelled like the real thing. At some point, Quinn asked for the chapstick, and so I handed it to him. And he put it on, and he said, "Kyron, you want some?" And handed it to the back seat, right? Kyron promptly grabbed it and chewed it down. With this horrified look on his face, thinking, what in the world did I just eat? And I said that was chapstick, not Starburst. He thought it was candy. Oh my goodness. My child is hilarious. Where did Kelly? Oh, Kelly, sorry, I didn't see you. This is my sister Kelly. For those of you who don't know, she has been by my side since the day Kyron went missing, and has helped me tremendously get through some of the roughest times. I called her, I don't know, a couple of weeks ago, and I was a wreck. I just had a bad day, and I was bawling, and I sounded like a lunatic. And I told her, I know I sound like a crazy person, but I'm just having a really bad day. And she said, you know what? Come by. And it always seemed to get better whenever I would talk to her. And so
Now she's gonna make me start telling the story.
Sorry.
And it was so funny because as soon as Quinn started telling that story, I was like, oh my God, the chapstick story. So it's so funny that you thought of that too. So Kyron and my son Mason were 5 or 6 months apart. That's the picture of Desiree and I when we were both pregnant with boys on the table over there. But if anybody knew Kyron, they knew he did not like bugs. Okay, no bugs. My son loved bugs, and the more unique, the better of the bugs. So we had gone to one of the, I don't know what it was, but they had these stick bugs. If you've ever seen stick bugs, they truly look like a stick. Well, the coolest thing that the lady was telling us in the store is if you blow on them, they'll like do their arms in the air like they're moving in the wind. And so during the summers, Kyron always, I was a stay-at-home mom, so he always stayed with me during the day while Desiree was working. We had these stick bugs, and so Mason was so excited to show up to Kyron. Like, we get there, he pulls out, you know, our little thing that had the stick bugs in it. He's like, Kyron, you gotta see these bugs I got. Well, Kyron's standing all the way across the living room, and he's like, what? So he pulls out these stick bugs, he's holding it, and he's blowing on them, and they're waving their arms in the air. And Kyron says, oh my gosh, Mason, that is so cool. It is so cool. And he's like, come here and hold it. And he's like, no. No. It's cool, Mason. It's really cool, but no. So that was probably one of the best things. That's why it's ironic that
Kyron did a diorama of a red-eyed tree frog, and that night after he went missing, the FBI asked me, is it possible that he could have wandered out the school to find a frog? Well, no, it's not possible. Kyron wouldn't touch a frog if you gave him $1 million. Jay, did you want to share a story? Hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
I'm Jay, Aunt Bird, her sister. You know, I didn't get to hang around with the kids much when they were growing up because my kids were already older, and so they, they were already in high school and everything else. So my kids didn't really get to hang out with the little ones as much. But I remember one time Desiree needed somebody to drive halfway up to pick up Kyron, and Quinn pick them up and drive them back because Desiree had to work, and it was just a huge fiasco, and it was no big deal. Oh yeah, she had surgery. Oh, sorry, Desiree had surgery that day. Anyways, and so I was like, I'll go get him, and I had my nieces, which were my fosters, and so the youngest of my fosters, her and Kyron just hit it off because they were exactly the same age, just like with Mason. And they just dabba 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 the whole way back from Eugene. It was like, but they became just the best of friends in that short period of time. And Kyron always just warmed through, just always had a big smile on his face, and he always just, anyways. So that's my favorite story of Kyron. Thank you. Come on, Dad.
I'll let him do the top. Because we had the same story.
Oh.
Same stories. If you could get up there.
Knees don't work so well.
This is my dad, Richard.
Hello, everyone. My name is Rich, and Kyron and Desiree used to come over periodically and visit with us, Kathy and I. And one time they had come over to join cousins from California, and we were playing music on our stereo. And Kyron was always trying to get in on the act a lot of times. And so while we were playing Thriller, like, remember that?
It was like 6 or 7 cousins.
Yeah.
Little cousins.
We had Kyron on the floor trying to act like a worm to this song by Michael Jackson. It was hysterical. And the other cousins were doing all their little antics and what have you. It was like watching an animal show or something. But it was hysterical. And what was that other story that I was going to tell? That other thing we were talking about. Anyway, so that was it. I know you're all impressed, right? Really funny story. Thriller the Worm.
My my husband, Tony, the serious one of the two of us.
Well, some of my pirate stories are going to be bathroom humor. I apologize. When Desiree and I first got together, Kyron was 3 years old, and I do not have children of my own, so this was kind of a crash course in small children. And I think he took advantage of that. On a few occasions, I had to take him into the bathroom if we were in a public place, and I didn't realize he was part octopus. And one hand, while you're cleaning one hand, the other hand's going to a trash can, and you get that hand, and the other one would go to a trash can at the same time. It was I didn't know how to act trying to keep two hands clean at the same time, and not gag too. So, anyway. I have a story about taking him fishing with Quinn one day. I was trying to get away with one. I was watching the boys. Desiree was at work on that particular day, and I thought, I'm going to get a fishing trip in with the kids. And he was probably 4 or 5. And Quinn and I get out on the lake. We're in the boat, and he starts to hook a fish. Kyron does. And we're trying to get him to reel it in. And he puts his head down on the side of the boat and gets real sad and won't reel anymore on the fish. I think he wasn't interested at that time. And I thought, okay, he's not going to be interested in fishing at all. And that was wrong. He was bit by the bug. I ended up buying him his own fishing pole, and lo and behold, watching him practice on his own in the backyard. And I still have that pole today. Nothing's changed. I miss my fishing buddy. I really do. I didn't want to do this here. I wanted to keep it light, and I apologize. I think it's hit me that it's been 15 years. I can't believe it. I can't believe we're here 15 years later. And I think the tide has changed. I think things are looking up for us with what's going on. I believe law enforcement did all they could at that time. In fact, Mary helped Desiree, and I think into being the person that can control this and direct everything and do what you've done. And I think we owe you a ton. Thank you. Currently, I think, like I said, I think the climate is better for what we're going to be trying to do. 15 years, it doesn't get better. I think this is a time, and I think people's memories fade, police officers retire, people go away, and people are working currently that may not have even been in law enforcement when the case took place. I think now is the time. So I thank you very much for listening to me, and I think my wife's an incredible person.
So as I was trying to figure out what we were going to do here tonight, I decided I wanted to get some help with some videos, and we compiled all the memories. Well, not all of them. That would have taken up a lot, but a good majority of a cross section of our photos and our memories of Kyron. And so I'm going to play one of those videos for you right now.
Time is moving so slow. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 oh. Ay, 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 ay. So I'll keep dancing with my illusion is here again. And I'll keep dancing. And it's even so speak to picture this moment for no one already waiting for you. Everything's wrong, just think the same. Except the truth is now you're gone. Life just goes on. Where I look, I still see you. Time is moving so slow. I don't know what else that I can do. So I'll keep dancing with my ay, 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 ay. So I'll keep dancing with my ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay. Oh, ay, 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 ay. Oh, I keep dancing with my shutting the bar, cleaning the floor, and everyone's already home. I still feel you. Time is moving so slow. I don't know what else that I can do. So keep dancing with me. Ay, 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 ay. Oh, I keep dancing with my ay, 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 ay. Oh, I keep dancing with my
The Bluetooth is.
Oh my. So, okay. One of the things that I started doing in the first year that Kyron went missing is participating in Amber Alert, the program, and CART training for law enforcement. And I felt the need to take this extremely sad and horrific event in our life and do something positive with it. I travel all over the United States training law enforcement in cases for missing children and how to perform best practices, simple things that are as basic as, sorry, Mary, not calling the parents by bio mom or bio dad, but making sure that you call them by their names. It's some of those soft skills that law enforcement people do not always know or embrace or use in their day-to-day lives. They often refer to victims and things like this that help them to process what they are doing. And I come in and I provide my perspective, not just as a mom, but as a member of the family of Blue. It is really important for our law enforcement officers and people in the community to learn from the mistakes that we've made in the past and improve on that and get better. We aren't going to bring our missing children home if we don't improve on everything that we do so that we can bring them home. So this next video is more about the advocating that I do for missing children and the training that I help in law enforcement.
I want to thank you all for being here. My name is Desiree Young. My son is Kyron Horman. He went missing from Skyline Elementary School in Portland, Oregon. I'm living through a nightmare many parents could never fathom.
Kyron, we miss you, we love you, and we need you home.
Skyline second grader Kyron Horman did not arrive home from school today.
Kyron!
Kyron's disappearance launched the largest search and rescue operation in Oregon history.
I was we went to
It's 10 years without his laughter, his smiles, without his hugs.
1779, and the bridge was opened on New Year's Day, 1981, at the end of construction. 1,379 tons of iron were used, costing Dorothy Princess Company nearly.
Starting with that first night, I knew Kyron was going to have a huge impact on everyone.
I have, over the years, helped families of missing children. I've been a resource for parents when their child goes missing and in those first moments. The thing I'm most passionate about and connected to is working with the Department of Justice and the training facility, the national training facility for training law enforcement on CART teams, child abduction response teams. I speak to law enforcement about the family perspective, the best practices, the protocols we need to follow in cases like this. I feel like I make more of an impact when I can make that change in how we help the families, how we investigate these cases. How do we do it right? How do we improve on what we've done wrong? I have that impact and I can make change. I can hopefully be heard in a different way. I think it's really, really important to improve on everything that we do, or we're not going to ever bring our kids home.
My son is the reason I get up every day and keep on fighting to bring him home. I want to see his smile again. I want to hear his laugh. And most of all, I want to feel his hug. I will never give up.
Freckles on his skin. She's had to fight. When one smile outshines the dark, you believe her lies and lies. She gon' do that. She's been through. She's been through the fire, burned down to the ground. But get out like a diamond, shining in the cloud.
Love you, Kyron. Never give up hope. We are all coming to get you, to bring you home.
I want to take this opportunity to thank Doug Bishop and United Search Force for providing this video for me. If it wasn't for all of the volunteers and the people that I have supporting me, I couldn't do everything that I do. I couldn't fight for Kyron in the most effective way possible. And I couldn't be standing up here in front of you today, able to tell his story and share all of the wonderful things that my support crew do for me. It takes a village, and I am so grateful and blessed with so many people that support Kyron and myself. So thank you, everybody. But thank you, Doug, for doing that video for me. I really appreciate it. It was wonderful. Will it work? I don't know. I don't know. Okay. So we're still waiting on the sun to go completely down. Does everybody have their candles? Yes. All right. If you do not have a candle, please come up to the table.
The sunset, you guys, is beautiful from here. Just saying. My babe's in the way. It is a gorgeous day out here, though, to be out here. Thank you guys all for coming in and supporting Kyron. I got my hanky. I wonder who's around.
Okay. Oh, I'm still. Oh, yeah, that's it.
I was looking for a few people that were going to come and not seeing anybody. It's getting cold out here.
It's someone that you can tell.
A lot of people are leaving before the candlelight. What time is it? Probably going to be another. What time is it shutting down?
Be down like 20 minutes. But I mean, it could be another hour and a half before it starts.
I don't think they're waiting for it to get dark. I just think they're waiting for the sun to go down.
Grab me a water.
Okay. I'm going to stand up. Oh my gosh. Kyron's grandparents right here. No, thank you guys for coming in and sticking around. Very, very emotional with Desiree Young standing right there in front of me. Seeing her break down and stuff. It's just, this has been very emotional. The sunset's just absolutely beautiful up here.
This is one of Kyron's favorite songs. Kelly, do the dance.
Trying to keep the camera where you guys can see the light. I'm gonna go over here and show you guys some more pictures. The other side of the table was heartbreaking earlier. This picture right here with Desiree, Quinn Kyron, and Kyron's stepdad. And then during the video, they showed an updated version, and it was just Quinn, Desiree, and Tony without Kyron in it. That's when I choked up pretty bad. Hi. Last picture of Kyron Horman, taken by Terry Horman. And this is the picture that Desiree's sister was talking about. And they were both pregnant because their boys are 6 months apart. Stacy Green from World Soldiers. Hi, hon. Yep, I'm streaming. I know it's rough. I'm so sorry. But if you ever need anything, let me know. To go hold signs and rally,
Oh, for sure.
I'm down. Anytime. Anytime.
Thanks for advertising.
Walking down that you can't
Can you guys hear anything now? Could have been because I was standing right in front of the speaker too. I just let Desiree know that I would go hold signs when she goes and rallies in front of Terry and Dee Dee's house. Thank you, Rhonda. I thought maybe YouTube had muted me. It's cold. Yeah. Thank God the wind went away, though. I think these songs have been like the best songs. They just all fit so perfect. And the song, the fighter song that she played for herself, fighting, you know, What she does for law enforcement is so important because they have to be taught how to deal with families of missing children. She was being called a bio mom, the bio mom, when she was spoken to, or when reporters or other people would refer to her, Desiree, as bio mom instead of mom, Kyron's mom, or how about Desiree? Like, it was something that really upset her, being called bio mom. That's some of the stuff that some of these Terry supporters do, call her bio mom. It's not bio mom, you are a mom, period. What she's doing for law enforcement with the CART teams and everything is amazing. This is the kind of stuff that you see so much in missing children's cases. Mothers and fathers ending up advocating for, their children, and then end up advocating for other missing children, helping other families. And that's what Desiree does. That's something that Brandy Nealbaum wants to eventually do. No problem, Barbara. Thank you for being here. It's getting a little bit more dark.
Someone have a better phone. Yeah, because I. Right here in front. It's on the shortest. I'm gonna stand like it. My blankie.
We've got Desiree with her sisters and her mom and her dad.
It's like, oh wait.
Oh, and here comes Quinn.
Anyone else? Anyone want to join us? Tony.
Here comes Tony.
Just smile.
Don't take us all with you.
Read the room. Like 40. It's always Jay, isn't it? It's always Jay.
Bird attack.
Everybody got your candles ready?
Get everybody else. Justice for Kyron. We love you, Kyron. We're Kyron's army, and we're never going to stop fighting for justice. Terry and Dee Dee, your time is coming.
Even though I can't see you after all this time. So maybe if you're happy, I'm just all the signs, 'cause you me. So if you got a candle, you better light it. You better shine it. Love you, Simon. Love you.
Aw. A lot of people are starting to fold up their chairs. Desiree and Tony have already put out their candle. Well, no, Desiree still has hers.
Yeah.
Last place that Kyron Horman was seen was right here at Skyline Elementary School, June 4th, 2010. It's so for real to be up here with his family. I was sitting right next to his grandparents and didn't even know that that was Desiree's parents. I'm glad I could go live, Susie. Glad to see you here. You're welcome, Heidi. Glad you were here. I thought I was going to have some Perry heaters. Thank you guys all for coming in and supporting Kyron and Kyron's family. One of the news reporters came over and asked me if I was live streaming. So hopefully they were live streaming too, or streaming with me, because I wouldn't care if anybody was. My husband has already taken the chairs up there. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, all my mods, for coming in. Thank you guys so much. I know Kyron's family really appreciates the support. Missing 15 years is a long time to keep awareness. Please make sure to share Kyron, share his flyer, share on social media. Keep bringing awareness. No, thank you guys for coming in. I appreciate it so much. I was very hesitant about going live. This video will not be a video that I'm getting paid for. I won't even click on the monetization for this. This is purely to bring awareness to Kyron Horman. I didn't want people to think that this was for clicks, likes, and views. I am truly invested in Kyron Horman and his family and his story, and how important it is to just keep sharing. I am going to end the live stream though, y'all. I'm going to get off of here. I want to go talk to a few people before they leave, and I don't want to have a camera in their face. So again, thank you guys, everybody, for coming. I appreciate you guys all. I'll see you live tomorrow night. And I think we're just going to have a relaxed chit chat tomorrow night right here at Missing PNW Crimes Revisited. I'm Samantha, and I appreciate every single one of you guys that came in to support Kyron and his family. God bless you. God bless Kyron. Justice will be served. It will come. We're Kyron's army and we're never going to stop. Have a good night.